Mate, I saw this headline and I was immediately cracking up. IT worker on sick leave for 15 years sues over no pay rise. Now, maybe I'm just getting the wrong end of the stick here. I've got to imagine there's something else in this that's going to explain how somebody could sue an employer that let you be on sick leave for 15 years with you not being there for not giving you a pay rise. Pay rise for what? Turned down for what? So Ian Clifford claimed he was the victim of disability discrimination by IBM despite having his income guaranteed until his retirement age. How does that even happen? Senior IT worker on sick leave since 2008. Oh my God. So he has actually been on sick leave for 15 years. He tried to sue a tech giant for discrimination because he hasn't been given a pay rise. Ian Clifford claimed he was the victim of disability discrimination by IBM because his salary had not been increased in the 15 years he'd been off work. Is this like the choosing beggars? Is this what it is? Like, oh, you've not given me more money. What would we give you more money for? You don't work here. You literally, and we're using that word in the way it's meant to be used, not in the way myself and everyone else always uses it and people moan about. You literally don't work here. You haven't worked here in 15 years. Why? What would compel us to give you more money? Under an IBM health plan, the IT specialist receives more than £54,000 a year and he's guaranteed to receive the salary until he's 65, meaning he will pocket more than £1.5 million, and he doesn't have to go to work. He sits at home. I mean, having a disability and being sick fucking sucks. I'll be the first one to tell you that. I feel this pain. I don't live not in pain, so I do feel this one. But at the same time, if you have to do nothing ever again, but you still get paid, this is not even a livable wage. This is like, if you live anywhere that isn't in London, you're going to be able to live good on £54,000 a year. You're going to be able to live real fucking good, especially because you've got no commute. Like you have no expense related to work. You just get given money to not be there. This is like the dream, man. This is the dream. However, Mr. Clifford argued it was not generous enough. Do you want a blowjob, mate, at the same time? Do you want them to deliver your check monthly with a supermodel sucking your penis? How could you do more? How could you do more for somebody? He said his £54,028 salary would wither over time through inflation. You're right. He has actually got us there. It will. But so will everybody's money. That's what you could do, is take the 54 grand they're paying you each year and invest it, and you will keep up with inflation. The thing is I want to say, like, or just get another job, or, you know, go back to work or something, but I don't want to assume that he's not actually really sick. I know of no company, though, this is actually a crazy thing to say, where a company keeps you employed and pays you for until you're 65. What if you're like 20 and you're just like, oh, brought me back? Would suck, by the way. Would they have to keep you on and pay you for 45 years, whatever you were currently earning? That's just a mad concept to me. This is like a foreign world. I've never heard of this. People are going to show up in the comments from all walks of life. They're going to be like, yo, Kira, you're so dumb. Like, this is very common. I've never heard of this. This is actually wild. I don't even know what to say. I don't know how to react to this other than with bewilderment. I can't go too far and say, just go to fucking work then, because I don't know what's wrong with him. But I obviously can't go his too far, which is give me more money while I don't go to work, because this entire thing doesn't make sense in my brain. An employment tribunal in Reading Berks heard Mr. Clifford, who studied at King's College London, started working for Lotus Development in 2000 before it was acquired by IBM. He went on sick leave in September 2008 and was still off work in 2013 when he raised a grievance. I've been off work 5 years. I'm aggrieved. I've got grievances, guys. Mr. Clifford complained that he had not received a pay rise and or any holiday pay. This has got to be a fucking joke. This has got to be a joke. Mate, no way. A holiday from what? You don't work. What the fuck are you talking about? Am I the villain here? Am I wrong? Holiday from what? I obviously can't say the holiday from the permanent holiday you're on, because obviously being sick is not a holiday in general. But at the same time, where are you going? that you can't already go when you don't have to go to work for 365 days of the year. I've lost my mind. I've lost it. In April 2013, when Mr. Clifford was in his mid-30s, a compromise agreement was reached, and his complaints were settled by putting him on the company's disability plan. Under the plan, a person who is unable to work is not dismissed but remains an employee and has no obligation to work, the hearing was told. Man, this is a fucking fantastic company. Somebody's going to tell me all the bad things they've done, but holy shit. I want to work for IBM. I'll fucking break my legs. An employee on the plan has a right until recovery, retirement, or death, if earlier, to be paid 75% of agreed earnings. Oh, so he's not getting 100%. Maybe that's why he's upset. Maybe he thinks he's worked super hard and he's entitled to that other 25%. In Mr. Clifford's case, his agreed salary was £72,037, meaning from 2013 he would be paid £54,028 per year after 25% was deducted. Seems rational, seems fair. The plan was fixed in place for more than 30 years until he reached retirement age at 65, meaning he will receive a total of more than £1.5 million. He was also paid £8,685 to settle his holiday pay complaints. Fuck off. No, he wasn't. Fuck off. Mate, beam me up, please. Please. They actually paid him on this. Are they in the right? Is he in the right? Am I wrong? Is society wrong? What has happened? I'm so fucking confused. What law exists that you've got to pay holiday pay to somebody who doesn't work? I just don't know anymore, man. These people linking me these stories are fucking wilding. Oh, so they paid him, that was hush money. Here's $8,000, get yourself to fucking Thailand, mate. Never raise a grievance about this same issue ever again. And he just said, dear, I don't really give a fuck about holiday pay, do I? I'll take that £8,685. In February 2022, Mr. Clifford took IBM to an employment tribunal with new disability discrimination claims mirroring his previous grievance. I'd love to be on a fly on the wall in this. He said he'd been treated unfavourably with no salary increase since 2013 or holiday entitlement, and compared himself to a non-disabled employee who would have been paid their full salary during holidays. Why don't you compare yourself to a non-disabled employee who also goes to work and then goes on holidays? Mr. Clifford said that with inflation now running at more than 10%, the value of the payments would soon wither. He said the point of the plan was to give security to employees not able to work that was not achieved if payments were forever frozen. It is not discrimination. However, employment judge Paul Hausgo dismissed his case. Thank God. Thank God. There's no world in which this fucking makes sense. None whatsoever. I'm just going to say thank you, Judge Paul, pronouncing your name wrong, Hausgo, for dismissing this case, because holy shit, I'd have lost my damn mind. If it came up and it said, yeah, he's on $100,000 now per year, and we back paid him as well. Not only that, but we sent some supermodels round to placate him and to make sure he understood us at IBM, we are for the people, we're for the worker. So the judge said, quote, the active employees may get pay rises, but inactive employees do not. It's a difference, but is not, in my judgment, a detriment caused by something arising from disability. Man, imagine that common sense. Imagine needing a judge, a person who's paid a large sum of money, a very high position in society, a judge, right? It's people who hand down sentencing and determine what is and isn't fair, has had to come in and say, comparing, you who doesn't work to somebody who does work is not the same thing, is it? I could have told you that. The complaint is, in fact, that the benefit of being an inactive employee on the plan is not generous enough because the payments have been at a fixed level since April 6, 2013, now 10 years, and may remain so. The claim is that the absence of increase in salary is disability discrimination because it is less favourable treatment than afforded to those not disabled. Oh my god, he fucking kills him here with pure facts and logic. This contention is not sustainable because only the disabled can benefit from the plan. It is not disability discrimination that the plan is not even more generous. Even if the value of the £50,000 a year halved over 30 years, it is still a substantial benefit. Oh my god. Thank you, Judge. Thank you. Holy shit. He literally does own him here with facts and logic. How are you going to complain it's discrimination when you can only benefit from it because you're disabled. Like, it doesn't make sense, does it? It's not a thing that makes actual rational sense. I mean, to be honest though, this dude's really gone for it. He's really gone for this one. Can I even blame him? No. Like, if I was in his position, if I'd been off work for 15 years, and within those 15 years, I'd gone to my company and said, you've not been paying me holiday pay, and they went, here's $9,000, mate. Fucking shut up and sling your rock. Fuck off. Of course, like a decade later, I'd have turned around and gone, can I get some more money out of them? Can I? Why not? Fuck it. I want to buy a new house. I want to upgrade. Already paid my mortgage off. Getting a bit bored playing, Arma 3 or whatever old people do nowadays. I just want some more money from IBM. I can't blame him. Fair play to the fella. The judge continued, however, this is not the issue for. Fundamentally, the terms of something given as a benefit to the disabled and not available to those not disabled cannot be less favourable treatment related to disability. It is more favourable treatment, not less. Oh, what a thing to say, Judge. Good job. Mate, what a crazy article. Holy shit. Not even the article, obviously, just a real thing that's happening. What a fucking legend, though. Fair play, Ian Clifford. Unlucky, mate. You didn't look out on this one, but at least you got paid $1 million off for never having to work again. Hopefully the sickness is not too bad, but I have a sickness of the mind from having to read this and try and figure out why this is even a thing. But there we go. Thanks for coming to Kira's wacky news reading session, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.